need another cheeseburger.
When they said not everyone deserves a podcast, we didn't listen. The Middle Class Holes. So have either one of you guys had an MRI before? Have you ever had to jump in the machine, get the old magnetron scanned across your brain sac?
Not that one. I've been in the CT machine, which is, I guess, as in it's another imaging device, but they don't run you through it like a Quiznos sub.
Yeah. Best to keep your eyes closed, by the way, if you do ever have to get one of those bad boys there, Wes.
I was going to say, I have not. Why? Because I'm slightly claustrophobic.
No, I didn't know that. I don't think it matters if you are or are not slightly claustrophobic. I think you become slightly claustrophobic as soon as they wrap a fucking cage around your face that you could... If you felt the need to try to stick your tongue out in any capacity, you would be licking medical plastic immediately. Like, your eyelashes almost brushed across it. I kind of just went like, And I was, nope, keep them closed. And, but the thing was, the freakiest part of it is I was getting ready to go in, and I still had my Apple Watch on. The guy's like, whoa, hey, I'm going to throw that in the locker real quick. And I was like, okay, cool. And then as soon as I started hearing the womp, 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 I realized when I get nervous, I spin my wedding ring. And I'm like, starting to spin my wedding ring. I'm spinning it. It's on my finger. Oh, shit. And then I didn't know if I should, get all, be like, hey, not... I was waiting for my hand to, get sucked into the fucking... netherworld portal that should open up, I guess, when there's metal in the room. At the end, I told him, I was like, hey, man, just to let you know, still had this bad boy on. He's like, oh, yeah, if it's precious metal, you're fine. Like, Jesus, dude. Like, after reading through the disclaimer of, immediate death upon metal being... they were asking, if you've ever had, metal shavings in your body or anything, because apparently they're going to be coming out fucking, Wolverine style.
Well, I got this Prince Albert. Is that going to be a problem?
Yeah.
6 to midnight, real fast.
Think of that. It was Terminator 3. That was the female. Remember, they turn on that magnet. She gets fucking stuck to it.
Yeah. Oh, the Terminatrix.
That's right. Yeah, she was hot.
I gotta say though, I thought it'd be cooler, seeing skim images of your brain. It's kind of unnerving for some reason to see your actual fucking brain tissue on a computer screen. It's just, I don't know, it makes it really real that thing is all that you are in essence of what humanity is.
Are you getting brain MRIs for funsies, or is there something?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get a little. No, I've had migraines my whole life, and and they were trying to figure out if there's we've experienced, obviously, you especially, Wes, somebody with a tumor in the brain, and so it was like, oh fuck. Let's see if this is a problem that we need to resolve immediately. But no, it's just stress and anxiety. I almost feel like if there was a mass in my fucking brain tissue, at least I could know that they could maybe take care of it and I could stop with this horse shit. But nope, just generalized anxiety. Welcome to the rest of your life.
Mental health.
Nothing to put that anxiety to the side, like getting in the sarcophagus.
Yeah. It wasn't bad, though. It was half an hour. You could kind of vaguely hear the guy say, yeah, and he's like, this next scan's a minute and a half. And then it's just, womp, 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 womp. Womp, 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 womp.
So can you see a screen while you're in there?
No, you see jack shit.
Of your brain? Oh, okay.
No, when you're done, they send you, all the images that they took. Because they take it from, the side across, the top down, the front forward. Every different angle you can get, they've got a scan of, and you can just hear those magnets fucking humming and clicking. It's an odd sensation. Yeah, I don't know. I felt a little weird afterwards, but all things considered, not bad.
Yeah, I had
your fucking dome.
I had the junior version of that, right, where they don't put your head in, but they put your body in, or the thing kind of goes over and around you. I had a little gastrointestinal scare last year. Big surprise. Everything turned out fine.
I've been eating a lot of wings for the last 4 decades.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I had the same thing done before, and what you had, where you got into the thing and they scanned and they saw everything inside your body. And I just remember the technician saying, like, we're not finding anything, so you're good to go. But I got to tell you, here's the secret. Here's the medical secret. If your doctor ever gives you clearance to get imaging done, do it. I was like, why is that? Like, we could diagnose from the outside. Unless we can see inside, it doesn't mean shit, really. So they're like, so when she said, I'm going to want you to get an MRI, I was like, I don't want to fucking waste a whole day, lay in a machine. I know what this is. I don't have a brain tumor. And then I remembered that, and I was just like, oh, okay. Well, at least I can rule that out at, like, almost 50. So now, I don't think anything's going to grow inside me over the next 30 to 40 years. So I think we're good.
Murr loves when I quote random shitty movies. Now, Joe versus the Volcano, classic from the late 80s with Tom Hanks. He's diagnosed with what is known as brain fog. He has 6 months to live. And turns out it was just some bullshit diagnosis that Meg Ryan's dad, I think it was the guy from Unsolved Mysteries. What's his name?
Stack? Robert Stack?
Yeah. He plays the neurologist, and he says, you have brain fog. So he's like, oh my god, that's just bullshit.
Isn't brain fog just when you're just tired? You can't think clearly?
Got it every day.
In the late 80s, it was a death sentence. I mean, who knows? This is another thing I was going to tell you back about 4 or 5 jobs ago. I was a multimedia technologist at a hospital, and I got called to fix a projector that was having network problems. Basically, they had it plugged in via Wi-Fi, and it couldn't connect to the presenting the presenting computer that was stationed in this conference room. Anyway, I go in, I'm doing this, and there's like about 4 or 5 residents who are bullshitting over a CAT scan, and they go, blah, 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 blah. History of cocaine use. Of course, he denies it. I was like, is that like recreational a little bit, or like a lot? Where's the sliding scale on that puppy? So, yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Mark.
Did you ever get shit? Like, did any of the medical professionals ever give you shit for like having to fix like audio or video issues? And I'm only asking this because I don't know if you've seen this IT guy catching shit on TikTok from this judge. I don't know where the fucking judge is from. Judge Nathan Miller. Nathan Milleron. He's being a real dick to the IT guy because the IT guy's like, nothing's wrong with your computer. I don't know what you're talking about, basically. He's like, well, I need it fixed. And he's like, let me pretend to click some things. And it's like, false alarm. He's like, it wasn't a false alarm. False negative. And then the judge is like, get out of my courtroom. I wasn't making this up. And then he asks for his supervisor to try to get him fucking fired or fucking reprimanded.
Yeah, God, I haven't seen this.
The update on that?
No.
So the clip went viral, and this lawyer, I don't know if he was a lawyer in Texas or somewhere else that just saw it, but like sent him an email and was like, it's very unprofessional. You've got to apologize. We're better than this. Like, we serve the law and justice, all that. And now the judge is trying to bring him into court.
Yeah.
Because he sent him that email.
Be in my courtroom at 8 a.m. tomorrow, ex parte. And it's like, ex parte is like when you meet with an attorney about a case without the other party, but it doesn't. He's like, I'm not on a fucking case with you. I'm not not ex parte, and you can kiss my ex parte balls because I'm not coming in. You dickhead.
Next help desk ticket. I'll be sure to get here pronto.
Yeah.
And by that I mean snail's pace.
But thankfully, the county stuck up for the IT guy. They were like, he works for the department. We're not fucking reprimanding him. He's fine. He still has a job. I just don't see how people, these judges are supposed to be like fucking calm as a fucking cucumber. You know what I mean? Yeah. And this, I don't know. I just wondered if any of your fun medical professionals caught some attitudes.
Yes and no. I think most of the heat I got were from C-level administrative assistants, like those people who were basically doing their jobs. This better work. Do you understand that the COO is going to be here tomorrow? Like, yes, I thank you. I understand that. I saw that on the meeting invite. One of the biggest ones I got, the executive conference room for the CEO in the middle of a big presentation. I'd been to this beautiful conference room. Just went kaputs. Black screen, everything shut down. Well, it turns out that the desktop hadn't been updated in, fucking months, maybe a year. And they're like, well, we need a new system. So we want you a part of this panel to figure out, what's going to make the most sense, literally, logical sense and dollar sense. And I'm at the time I was like 26, and I'm in a room with, I don't know, half a dozen to a dozen head honchos. And I was like, hey, you can dump $1 million into this thing, and if you're not updating that PC, this is going to happen every time. And they're like, well, I don't know if he knows what he's talking about, this fucking dumb idiot AV tech. I was like, okay, man, spend your money. Spend your money.
That's when you make your wish list and just fucking hand it to them. It's gonna be $20,000. And
well, back then this is like 2010. I was like, you guys heard of video walls? Man, these things are beautiful. These things are gorgeous. Get rid of that projector. Burn it. Actually, I'll take it home. I'll burn it.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
See, that's a classic because, I feel like the number one thing with IT is whether it's like video, audio, just, people in an office, it's so much that it's a trope, right? It's like, have you tried unplugging and plugging it back in?
Yeah.
So it seems like that judge already had a history of being a hothead, because another old video came out about him screaming at somebody. And I mean, he's just, getting embarrassed in his own court, right? He's like, yeah, there's something wrong. It's like, no, it's always user error, right? Not an equipment failure.
Yeah, and
it could be your fucking dated system. I was almost selected for a jury in a murder case about a month ago, and I was appalled at just the loose cabling and the static coming through the speakers. And I'm not saying that this courtroom wasn't up to date, but a lot of those systems are just fucking shit.
Yeah. And that's not their area of expertise. It's kind of funny that you want all this technology to work, but you've studied in such a different area that you don't know the basics of, like you said, sometimes the where the IT guy starts is like, have you turned on the computer? Is it plugged in? Is it this? Is it, and it starts at the most basic, because 9 times out of 10, it is the most basic thing. I love the mechanics videos, like on TikTok, like customer said this was happening, and it's like car just won't start, and it's like it's out of gas. Like they took it to they had it towed to a mechanic because they failed to fucking put fuel into the engine to cause combustion.
This is at another hospital I was at. I got a call. Someone said, "Oh, the projector says it's timing out," and I was okay. I have to walk all the way across campus. You mind if I talk to you to troubleshoot this? Well, it turns out projector lamps have a recommended hour time, but you can manually reset it if it's still projecting a good image with clear and crystal, nice color. So yeah, you just have to reset the timer on that. I can walk you through that. And then she says, that's way above my pay grade. Okay. And then I walked, and it took me 5 seconds to do it. She says, oh, that was it? It's like, I tried to tell you. Tried to tell you.
And
pay grade.
And my job is way below yours, so you should be able to figure this fucking shit out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I do wonder, like, how many jobs are going to be lost to, like, AI. And I don't think it's going to be these jobs that we're talking about, the click here, click that jobs. It's going to be the ones that are fucking calling you to fucking click around. Yeah.
The work I'm in, our proposal writers are like quasi shitting themselves.
Yeah, they should
now
be.
There has to be a human element of someone auditing and editing these things, because it can't, you don't want to spit this out and send it to a government agency and have something just, some verbiage or some collection of words totally fucking up and it's concrete. Right. But these people spend a lot of time perfecting that. And, I think they're still going to be around. How much longer? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's proofreaders probably. I just saw one. It was like some attorney lady. I think she was in front of a state Supreme Court. And the judge is like, listen, you have some examples here of, other cases, but 4 out of 5 of these don't exist. And she just straight fucking, like, asked AI to give examples for her case, and they don't exist.
Yeah, I've seen a couple like that. Sorry.
What if they start allowing you, if you don't have means for an attorney, for a public defendant or an AI attorney?
Yeah, I was talking to our legal counsel about this, and he said some people have tried it, and apparently, at least in New York, they have denied people the ability to utilize AI as their sole means of, representation. Yeah. But when Tesla finally comes out with their fucking robot, I imagine the technology is going to be that much further along, and you can have your fucking, your fucking C-3PO come in there. What do you call it? Interpreters. They might be a thing of the past if you can just have a fucking robot in the room. I thought about this because, being a mail carrier, I mean, if these things can fucking walk up and down steps and just, take the elements, then for
and tell good jokes.
Yeah. Stay warm out there. Yeah, not gonna happen. Yeah. Stay dry. Well, I'll try. Fucking assholes.
I mean, those mail robots are gonna stink like dog piss.
Yeah, that's fine. I stink like dog piss, but but if Elon's gonna get these things down to the $25,000 price point, I'm not trying to.
No.
What?
I'm just being a hater. I'm being a hater.
I'm probably going to buy one. I'm trying to convince my wife that we're getting one of these fucking things. Help the boy with his homework, because I'm not going to be able to do fucking college math or fucking anything in that department. High school math, college math, whatever literature they're fucking learning. Have homeboy just fucking, hey, teach the boy. Do your thing. Apparently they'll be able to handle power tools. They'll be able to mow the lawn. Inventory everything in your house. If I was asking it, what about like grocery shopping? And it's like, sure. And I'm talking to Grok, which will be the brain for this fucking thing. It's like, if you live in a city, autonomous taxis will pick up your robot, take him to the store. He'll do the shopping, come home, and stock the fridge, make your dinner.
So we got a robot taxi picking up a robot to go do your shopping.
Yes.
And they project the coupons via, C-3PO. They don't even have them. Like, here you go. Boop, so it scans it.
This expires next week. Double points on gas.
You know what? And by the way, what?
Andrew, you are a ho-ho fan. Buy one, get two.
I love how, this is going to be a generational thing. We're still doing the voice, even though the voice...
Right, because all the AI, the people who are asking it questions in TikTok and Instagram videos, it sounds like a real regular person, but it also just sounds like a yes man. So it's like everybody's going to have their best friend robot yes man, and we've already seen multiple cases of, what are they calling it, AI psychosis, where it's just like you're in this feedback loop with this thing, right? And it's like, maybe I am the second coming of the Lord.
Yeah.
Maybe I am.
I do think there maybe should be some sort of mental health quiz before you own one of these things, because I have it in my car, and so and I use Aura. Okay, Aura's got a very pleasant voice, and she and I go back and forth, but I'm completely aware. But I could only imagine.
She and I go back and forth.
I can only imagine, though, if I was depressed and lonely, how quickly that would spiral to, oh, Aura really cares about me. But I'll play fun little games like, listen, here's what I want you to do. I want to get the last word, so I don't want you to say anything else. And she'll go, okay, sounds good. So don't say anything after this. You got it. She can't not do it. It's kind of hilarious. I'll go for 10 minutes.
Years and years of cinema about why this is all a bad idea. Mm-hmm. From really good ones to really bad ones to, what's the artsy one, Her, with Joaquin Phoenix? Yeah. Time and again, we've seen that this ends badly.
Yeah, but the story of the movie is the only time it went bad. So there's plenty of times where it's going great. You see what I'm getting at? The movie is the highlight of the worst possible moment. Everything else is golden. I can come... Okay, honestly, this is what I feel like is happening. For $25,000, I'm going to buy a housewife from 1950. That's what I feel like's going on with the fucking AI robots. That's it.
Her face from the Jetsons?
Yeah, I'm buying Rosie.
Rosie?
But yeah, Rosie's going to be June Cleaver for me, and I'm gonna fucking call June and be like, hey, I want...
I
What?
thought he said he was going to fuck it.
No. That's the one thing they need to do. They need to make sure they do vaginaless AI robots, because that. Can you imagine too? You think you don't want the dog watching you whack off? Imagine when fucking your AI robot's fucking tattling on you when your wife gets home. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's a live feed to the guy in Kenya that's managing it.
That's
just like the Waymo.
motherfucker. But you're right. Murray, you're right. I think, okay, iRobot, when Will Smith's all bummed out that his grandma got one, and I'm watching that fucker cut carrots.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, shit, I'm cool. Sign me up. I'll fucking prep my food. I'll cook it. You do the prep work.
Dude, we've got like, okay, 1, the garage, 2, the quote computer room. They're atrocious. That's probably why I needed an MRI, is because I'm fucking so anxious about having to clean up those 2 fucking spaces in my life. Imagine now, I just say, listen, while I'm at work today, I want you to go in, organize, and I want you to categorize, so that way when I just say, hey, I need a 1/4-inch hex wrench out of the garage. Can you go fetch that for me? Sure thing, champ. And then fucking comes back fucking 30 seconds later with exactly what I can't find. If you put a gun to my head, I couldn't find half the tools in my garage. And if Homeboy can organize it and remember where everything is, my life just got infinitely better.
Come on.
Yeah, that's why they make tool drawers.
Yeah, then you throw away the timeless experience of your kid coming back with the wrong, a Phillips head when you said flat, and you get to berate him. Come on.
I know.
I will get precious memories going to go away.
No, you'll find new areas of mental anguish to fucking, warp them with. There's something else there.
We only need to get deeper in here.
Yeah.
That's it.
But
at 25, I ruin my own existence.
But I was thinking about that. A $25,000 price point does not seem that bad to me for making your life infinitely better for decades to come. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, but to know that I could come home to a Michelin chef style meal because Homeboy's got Michelin fucking chef recipes in his fucking robot brain, knows how to do everything. Why wouldn't I want that in my life?
See, also
I have a feeling you don't have Michelin caliber ingredients in your neck of the woods.
I send him out to get them.
Yeah. The taxi drives an hour and a half to Philadelphia.
Come back when you find fucking foie gras. Yeah, yes.
I spent a week with Steven Starr.
That's right. I was thinking like personal trainer, for those times I'm just drawing a blank on, a workout and then just, all right, hey, give me a 20-minute fucking sweat sesh. That's not sexual, of course.
Or maybe, depending. Which one burns the most calories?
Right. Yeah. It depends on the workout. Sorry, I can't get over that.
Depends which class.
That's right. Middle class knows everyone. Murr, Foxman, and Ole Rollie. Andrew, you have been hot to trot on old Spencer Pratt's soon-to-be campaign run at the Mayoral's office in Los Angeles.
Well, get on TikTok and watch old Spencer Pratt. I think the thing that I'm most fascinated by is that this is a person. And look, it's not like I was a fan of The Hills or anything, but I'm aware who the guy is. Like, there was a decade's worth of time where that guy was like on every like trash TV magazine style fucking Inside Edition, whatever that show is, E.T., back when The Soup was still on, Comedy Central and things like that. I mean, the guy was a professional asshole for a long, long time. But if you don't know, his house, his friends' houses, and his parents' house all burned in the Palisades fires. And then he was like, okay, we just raised all this money to, he lost everything. Like, his whole family lost everything in these fires. And when he was like, well, where's this money that they raised for help here? He started looking into it, and it all went to, like, NGOs, non-governmental organizations, to pay salaries of people that were supposed to help. I looked it up. None of that money, remember that fire aid thing that they did? They raised $100 million. Not a dime of it went to anybody who lost anything in the fires. And he got fucking pissed because this lady Karen Bass was going to run again, basically uncontested because, she's a Democrat in a very heavy Democrat fucking area of the world. Like, well, hey, if the incumbent's going to run again, why would we muck that up by giving her any competition? So he's like, fuck that. I'm filing. I'm taking these motherfuckers down with me if I have to go down. So, I don't know. Rollie, have you seen any of his shtick?
No, I'm just kind of like hating the overall macro view of this age in politics we're in, where it's like, I mean, let's not like sugarcoat it. Like, politicians have always been assholes for the entirety of history, right? People are always out for their own agendas for the most part, in power, and power corrupts. But it's like, we're in this, like, I know it's cliche to say now, but like, we're in this idiocracy phase where it's like, you know, we got the Lauren Boeberts and the Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world. And then I just saw Trump was endorsing one of the Paul brothers to be to run for some office. Like,
oh God,
like the head of the FBI is currently being like honeypotted by, you know, foreign allegedly foreign influence, and like he had a podcast. He's a podcaster.
Yeah.
Secretary of Defense is a failed Fox News host. Like, our bar is so low.
No, and I agree, and I can see where you're correlating the two, but I think the difference between that and this is that, yes, he's got a recognizable name for like very C-level celebrity status kind of stuff, but it's also now a person that's actually been through a terrible fucking tragedy in somebody's life, like, and it's weird when you motivate somebody who has been in the shit, and this is somebody who's now been in the shit, didn't necessarily want to get into politics, but is like, looking at like this, everybody knows California is a pretty corrupt state. I mean, yeah, thank you. And so, but then to be on the receiving end, most of the time the corruption doesn't come to your front doorstep, but then when your front doorstep burns to the ground because of corruption, I imagine it motivates you in a way that you've never been motivated before. And so, yes, he's got a recognizable name because of TV from 20 years ago, but when you're literally like a man on fire to go make change for like not only your own personal life, but the personal lives of the people around you, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a lot of Angelinos are very happy with the governance, with all the fucking homelessness on the streets, the drug addiction, just not seeing a dime. You know, then you look at the state of California, the fucking, you know, the high-speed rail to nowhere, like billions of dollars for like a quarter mile of track.
High-speed road to no. That's going to be a new Talking Head song. I can guarantee it. It's coming out soon. But yeah, by the way, I had not heard of Fire Aid, and if that was in fact the name of this charity, damn, that's a cool name.
Well, I looked it up. I didn't want to come on here. I didn't want to come on here with absolutely nothing for you. So I asked, what did they discover about non-governmental organizations and the money raised at Fire Aid? It said they discovered that Fire Aid, which raised about $100 million for Palisades fire victims, diverted funds to NGOs and nonprofits, paying salaries, bonuses, podcasters, political advocacy groups, and voter drives for Native Americans and illegals, and even fungus planting. With over $75 million unaccounted for, and no Palisades fire victims receiving any aid whatsoever.
So he got fucked with a sandpaper condom, and now feels like he owes it to himself and other citizens that get her out of office. And if you want to vote me in, great, I'll try, but fuck her.
Yeah, and that's it. And I feel like that might be the number one motivator for any regular American citizen, no matter your party. He's running unaffiliated, by the way, to fucking... That's what you're supposed to do, I feel like. It's weird that it's this guy. I don't like that it's this guy, but I feel like it's a good motivator. Like, what you seem very disgruntled here, Ole Rollie. So, what do you got?
I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance to look into the other candidates in this race. I don't know if you did. I honestly, I would like to.
Mayor of Los Angeles? You don't know the
It's just it was just Karen Bass up until he put his name in. Yeah, and then another Democrat put her name into the hat, and now it's like she's got. By the way, I looked up the numbers. She's polling at like 27%, and then it's 50% undecided. So when you're like the sole candidate and you've only got like a quarter of the support. His whole point is like, oh, the 50% are my voters. They just don't know who I am yet, and that's a good angle to take.
And that's the overall conversation we have to have about the Democratic Party on another episode. How they're just keep running unrunnable incumbents and expecting people to like do it again and again. But my whole thing is like, I don't think he's like, okay, we'll see. Time will tell if this is the It's a Wonderful Life situation, right? But like, I feel like this guy wouldn't spit on a homeless man to put him out, put a fire out, you know, any other day of the week. But like, it's a whole NIMBY thing. It's like, oh, now that it's affected me, it's real, right?
Sure,
like,
yeah.
Half a big majority of Los Angeles, like, there's a huge wealth gap and, you know, difference there. So it's like, I don't really have any, I am wary of any, like, you know, former upper class rich who's like, you know,
no,
I'm going to get it done.
No, and I get that, and believe me, I understand your cynicism, not lost on me in any capacity, but they're kind of attacking him like, well, what experience does he have? And it's like, well, these people apparently have all the experience, and they're fucking everything up, so, you know, sometimes maybe no experience is the experience you fucking need. You haven't had enough time to be corrupted by, or at
the very least, if you raised $100 million for specifically one thing, and you divvied it out to podcasters and fungus planners.
Yeah, right.
Where was ours? We could have double dipped there.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what would ever motivate me to jump into a political race. I have no political aspirations at all whatsoever. But, you know, I fancy myself a fairly clever speaker every now and again. And if it came down to me being so pissed off that I wanted to at least embarrass the people that were fucking up my life, then I might throw my name into the fucking voting pool and see what happens. And it seems like that's what, and by the way, his marketing is this. Since his property is just a dirt lot now, he makes all of his videos from his dirt lot where his house used to stand, where he cannot get a permit to fucking rebuild yet. And it's like, wasn't that the whole thing immediately after? Like, let's just fucking clear the permits automatically. If you want to rebuild. And he can't.
Right.
Like, imagine you own this piece of property that Uncle Sam says, nah, you got to come through me first. Like, fuck, how pissed would you be?
I never get more libertarian than when it comes to land rights like that. You know?
Right?
Like,
oh, yeah.
What do you mean I can't build what I want on this acreage that I just bought? Like, either you own it or you don't.
Exactly.
This is a good old. My father built a sunroom. And Murr, you probably knows. McGinny, you'd been to my house a couple times. That sunroom.
I've sunned in the sunroom.
Yeah, that used to be a wraparound porch. And my dad made that side a sunroom and then just put up a fake permit in the window. It was like an old one, but probably one from the fucking 70s that he found in the basement. Then got ratted out to the town. Oh, yeah. And he.
It's always some asshole neighbor.
Yeah.
Suspicion of who it was, but didn't want to call him out. And then he paid for it. And then kind of had the same, you know, mumbo jumbo that you had. I'm like, what the fuck is the problem with this? What am I doing? I'm bettering my home. I'm making it a more pleasant place. I'm upping the property value. I'm paying taxes. I'm making this place more valuable. They want to fuck me. They want to fuck me, Wes. Of course, I'm like 12. I'm like, yeah, man. Shit, wow, crazy.
I'm on Foxy's side. I have looked into the hoops that you got to jump through to do the littlest thing on your property. And I mean, I'm not building a tree house. I'm not digging a pool, right? I just want an enclosed space. And it's like, so it's one of those, and they kind of force you to do it, right? It's one of those ask for permission or forgiveness, right? Or wait for permission, ask for forgiveness sorts of thing. Because it's like half the time with the permits, it's like, okay, you got to pay this fine, and it's like, all right, here you go.
This is okay. Here's a good example. This is not a direct neighbor, but someone who lived like a block away from where I grew up. My dad knew the family. The guy was retired, and I don't know if he like was a picker or sold scrap metal, kind of like a little miniature junkyard in his backyard. And he was selling one of his old, kind of those shitty pool house / aluminum garages. You know what I'm talking about? Like a multi-purpose type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you almost like a greenhouse, but made out of metal.
Yeah. And
Real hot in the summer.
With his own forklift, picked it up and moved it about, 25 yards in his backyard in order to position it to be better advertised / picked up by someone a potential buyer. Then he got dinged later on for not obtaining a permit to move it. And I was like, what sense does that make? It's his own stuff. It's his own fucking forklift.
And
I think someone who has a forklift in their backyard, that's amazing in and of itself. That's
right. And I'm this mad, and I'm not even like handy like that, right? Like I'm not forklift certified. I know it comes as a shock. But like it's got to be super. Well, I mean, he does stuff, right? He's got a junkyard. He's got his own forklift. He kind of got to know how. But it's like I can't imagine what GCs who are trying to do stuff on their own homes and properties like feel, when they're trying to go through this shit.
Yeah, and just the amount of money you have to spend for permission, it doesn't make any sense to me. And a state like and we hear the news all the time, like a state like California, you need a permit. You need a permit to get a permit, and then once you get the permit, you got to pay for the permit. Then you got to pay the filing fee. And you're talking about thousands of dollars when people just don't have thousands of dollars. It's already going to cost you thousands of dollars to do the thing that you want to do. It's like, what do you fucking care? If I lifted that up with my back and carried it across the yard, that's on me. Like, that's my pain that I get to feel.
You got a homeowner's insurance.
And I get that the town wants to tax you on things that they feel like they have the ability to, but in my mind, in the libertarian portion of my mind, it's counterintuitive. If I make more money, I'm going to spend more money. And that's better for the local. I'm going to buy the food here. I'm going to purchase things here. I'm going to, these are all taxable things. I don't know. Again, I'm not a politician. I echo your sentiment, Murr. I don't aspire to be one. God bless Foxy. He was a town commissioner for 4 years or something like that. Not my bag of chips.
Yeah, and he got into that because he didn't like the way the assholes that were doing it. And so even though it's Spencer Pratt, someone who I've never rooted for ever in my life, I'm like, well, hats off to you, brother. Like, I don't know if you're going to win. I don't know if you're going to lose. I almost say God bless you if you do. I mean, every fucking interview he does is like, I don't want to do this. I don't feel like I have a choice. And I don't know, man. Careful fighting that fucking caged badger, like when you fucking have to go up against it. Good luck in a fucking debate, because he's a great speaker. Go look at his TikTok, man. It's kind of something to behold. I mean, you don't have to like him. You don't have to agree with him. You don't even have to like support him or even contemplate voting for the guy. But I don't know, if you could transport yourself into his situation and say, how would I react? It's pretty fucking admirable. And he seems to have a lot of fucking support online, at least.
Yes, off the record, I agree with you. And that's like, just like Foxy, like that's what kind of motivates anybody to get into local politics, right? Is like what's going on? Like, this should be common sense. Nobody's going to do it. I'll step up and do it. I'm just, as usual, being a generational hater.
That's okay. And that's okay. I don't know. It's something to watch. It makes it, I don't know. He's somehow turned. He's a former reality TV star that has now created almost his own reality TV show out of nothing. And, I don't know. Like, Homeboy's probably going to make money off of his own fucking TikTok page now. But, like I said, California's an expensive state to live in. And if you lost everything in a state that you can barely afford anything in anyway, I mean, the guy was just living off of fucking whatever money he had left from the... He wasn't an actor, you know what I mean? He was, but he wasn't. He made
residuals
reality...
from the hills.
Yeah, exactly.
Off of Heidi's album money.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because he's wearing like these Heidi Montag shirts, and even on like TV interviews, and he's like, I'm wearing these because I get these shirts at cost. I don't have any money. It all burned in the fire. Like, what do you like? It's like, shit, man.
I mean, that should just be his next campaign commercial. And for us doing this for a whole segment, just flash a clip of Heidi up real quick.
For those of you who forgot.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, and to hear him talk about that, like, really, honestly, one of the more fun things to watch is him exposing reality television from the early 2000s. It's like, yeah, we had a whole episode where we broke up in a car. It took us, he said it took them 12 hours to film because they didn't like the lines that they were doing. And when they were done, they went back to the apartment where they just lived anyway. Like, it was all complete horseshit. And apparently, according to him, the guy at MTV, the president of MTV, was like, listen, this show's going to be canceled, so do whatever you can. And that's when he turned into the formidable asshole that he was, because he said if they got 5 million viewers, he got $1 million bonus every week that they got 5 million viewers. So he said that's why his character kept getting more and more absurd, is because he was like, if I was the only one bringing in the revenue and that's how I made $1 million, you're goddamn right I was going to piss off every fucking human in America to get that money.
Yeah.
There I will agree. Recently, just quick side note, this is really funny we're talking about this, it just clicked in my head. I had met a friend's coworker who is from there and is our age, so was kind of like a background character through that whole time period. Like, just happened to go to the high school. But, like, conceptually, again, that's weird. Like, this whole high school just turned into a television show. And, like, whether you wanted to be or not, you are maybe kind of on it.
Yeah, you're like an extra, like, impromptu extra. Yeah, just had your little waiver signed that I'm sure you made no money for.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Yeah, so I got let's go call this the sports hour. But
okay.
All right, 4 stories, and I'm ordering these in. I guess like how much we can and can't talk about them. All right, first starting off, Italy fails to qualify for its 3rd consecutive World Cup. Did you guys hear this?
I saw who beat them. Was it like Norway, one of the Nordic countries?
Herzegovina.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not we're close to Norway.
The joke was actually someone posted a really good thing. It's Gerardo Gattuso. I only know his last name, Gattuso. He was on the 2006 World Cup winning team. He's their coach. And someone posted a fake meme that said, "I don't understand. It's not fair. We had to play 2 countries, Bosnia and Herzegovina."
I don't know. It's weird because like that was always a powerhouse, international
always a
soccer.
shoe-in for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Isn't Herzegovina, isn't that Croatia? So technically they were playing 2 countries. Because are they small enough that they form them into one team?
I think
or am I wrong?
It's its own country now.
Oh,
here we are.
When I was in Croatia last year, I kept hearing Herzegovina is like what they call it.
Maybe it's old Croatia.
Yeah,
like old town.
Well, the block.
Either way, like no, the fact that I didn't know the Italians had fallen so far off the international soccer podium.
But in between that, they won a Euro. They won a European Championship.
Well, I mean, the world has stepped up. I mean, like, right? I mean, isn't competition just that much more, like, kind of evened out now that, we're a more global community?
Qualifying in UEFA, which is the European Union, is terribly difficult. They have expanded the World Cup. It was 32 teams. Now it's 48. And they've added a few more teams to each, region of the world. By that, it's a little bit. It has become easier, but it's still incredibly difficult. I just think Italy just hasn't cracked the code in getting out of qualifying. Can they? Of course, yeah. They should have fucking mollywopped Bosnia and Herzegovina, but just like that is just a black eye. And remember, like USA didn't qualify for Russia in 2018, and I was like, what are we doing, CONCACAF? You can't go down to Trinidad and fucking beat them. They needed to draw. They needed to draw to qualify. They couldn't do that. That is what it is. I do want to get to this one though. Have you guys seen the body cam and or the police cam footage of Tiger after he got arrested?
What you sent me this afternoon, I saw it and I'm like, okay, there's a guy who Who likes his Tic Tacs?
Here's the deal. He was. I'm not going to play at all. He was shocked that he was like, I'm being placed under arrest. Like, yes,
again.
Due to all the the field sobriety test, you're under impairment of something. You're being arrested. He was flabbergasted. Then he goes into the police cruiser. And this is the one I saw. And I've been there. I've done these hiccups. I've done that swabble. But hold on, here comes a hiccup. I thought maybe he already did it.
No, you just give it time. This is worth. No, it's worth the
There
while.
it is.
Yeah, there it was.
There we go. Now,
yeah.
that's the 2 a.m. I did a little too much. Fucking Jesus Christ.
So, listen.
Is that almost a?
It might have been almost a.
I think it's an involuntary muscle spasm because the pills are fucking basically running the fucking asylum at that point.
They did find 2 oxycodones on him in his pocket, opened. Here's what I want to say. Okay, is Tiger Woods a drunk? I don't know. It could be coincidental that these things have happened, and he happened to just have bad luck and got caught driving while impaired twice. He did flip the car, although they said he wasn't impaired. That was just an accident. Is he a methamphetamine abuser? Possibly. I also know people who have had traumatic injuries to where they have become addicted to these certain things, and he has had surgery after surgery. That leg is lucky to be fucking walking. Okay.
But he almost lost the leg in another one of these drunk driving accidents.
Yes. Here's my point. I don't particularly care if he's a drunk or a pill user. My problem is, why are you driving?
Yes.
Why are you driving a vehicle?
Because he doesn't have the Tesla robot yet. That's why.
This is my this is my thing with like every major athlete, right? Whether it's football, whatever sport, right? It's like, oh, you got a gun in the club. Oh, you got caught with fucking 10 blunts in your bag at the airport. Like, where's the manager? Where's the crew to be like, this is an enterprise at this point, right? This is like, because of sports endorsements, all that. It is a career thing to be like, you, unfortunately or fortunately, kind of a product, right? So you should technically have this team around you that's making some sort of decisions like, hey, your best friend, hire him as your driver. This buddy of yours over here, he's the guy who holds the blunts. You know what I mean? Like, right. I just don't understand. It's every time it's one of these major athletes is getting popped like this, but it's also this rarefied air that these guys live in, right? Like, I mean, Tiger from a young age. We know football players from a very young age, high school, college to pro level, are just treated, like they walk on water, and there's no one's going to say no to them, and everybody's a hanger-on or a yes man or trying to get, their piece of a pie. So it's like they're not getting good advice. And it's just a shame because it's like whether, he's one of the biggest athletes in the world, right? And was maybe one of the great, maybe ever. And like, I feel like this is a Ric Flair type situation where the industry is just milking as much as they can out of him. Like, he's well past his prime. But the name Tiger Woods still draws. People in golf want to be around Tiger Woods, right? But like, isn't it kind of like when the announcers are trying to make excuses for you, isn't it time to just hang it up and maybe concentrate on your son's career?
Well,
but who am I to tell an elite athlete to hang it up, right?
I mean, I've heard the best advice I've heard for him is to go ahead and join the senior tour and just rip the tits off of it. Like, you have to play one less round, you get to ride around the cart, and I do feel like if Tiger didn't have to, like, walk 18 holes 4 days in a row, then he'd probably still be fucking winning championships. But, I mean, I think the difference here is, like, y'all know the gatekeeping, especially in Tiger Woods' career, the gatekeeping that is golf. Tiger Woods definitely knows better how to, like... He's not an NBA guy that came off the fucking streets and made $1 million and still goes to the club with a fistful of blunts and a fucking loaded gun in his back pocket. He's not that guy. I just think somebody like Tiger has been through like Wes said, so many fucking traumatic injuries that the only way to manage his pain and feel normal is to take these pills. And no one, I don't know, maybe it is professional athlete syndrome. You'd think he'd know better, but no, he shouldn't be driving on any of this shit ever. But this is probably his normal constitution at this point.
He's been caught twice. He's probably done it thousands of times. He's probably
yes, correct.
Finished a round of golf or a driving range session, went to the clubhouse, had 15 cocktails with the boys and popped a couple happy pills and be like, all right, I'm heading home. And
I don't even know if he's a drunk. I mean, honestly, like these pills, the way they operate, I don't even think he's boozing.
Well,
I believe him.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't believe he's boozing. I just think it's all the pills. These things are fucking potent, especially if you're on fucking like opioids and shit. Like you're fucked, and you don't realize it too. I think that's the other problem is that you constantly think that you can, but you really just can't. And being a professional athlete, like I don't know, like hearing like somebody like Aaron Rodgers, who think what you want about Aaron Rodgers, he airs it all out there. I mean, he talks openly about the Vicodin game, and it's so fun to go back and watch that post-game interview. It's just like eyes are fucking just silver dollars. His fucking pupils are the fucking size of the fucking brown of his fucking eyes. Like, he knows. He knows that they juiced him up to get him through that game. I don't think Tiger realizes that his life is juiced by these pills at this point because it's just so normal to him. And maybe he was on his phone. But, man, you slow down that reaction time just enough and you're Tiger Woods, you don't think you're doing anything wrong, then shit like this is going to keep happening.
Right, but again, you've got a team around you. At the very least, your manager. At the very least, your PR person, right? For the machine. Your marketing person. Like, and nobody's telling this guy to not take an Uber. Hire the best fucking driver you can, right?
Yeah.
Hire fucking Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I don't disagree with you, but I feel like maybe it's like, that'd be great. But I feel like it's one of those things where, like, if you don't know, you don't know. And if no one... My retort to if you don't know, you don't know, he's done this in the public spotlight now, 4 times? Yeah. Right? At least that we know, right? And I was doing a little background earlier. I would like to shout him out, but I can't think of the name of the podcast off the top of my head. But these guys are very familiar with the area where it happened. And they said there's no way in hell anybody should be able to flip a car there. He was trying to overtake a landscaping truck that had like a water tank, pressure washer on the back of it. And so he's trying to overtake it, and that's how he flips it. But it's like, even in these cloistered, gated neighborhoods like Jupiter Island, Florida, it's like, you don't need to go any more than 15, 20 miles an hour anywhere on that island.
Yeah. That's everyone's probably driving around a little drunk.
Yeah,
Or in golf carts.
In golf carts, yeah.
He should be good at those.
At this point.
It's just funny with Tiger Woods, though, because even as we're talking about him being, past his prime and all this stuff, I still, he's only, 50 years old? I mean,
right.
If he was 100% healthy, I still think he can win a major or two. And it's like, and I'm probably delusional, but I still
I agree. And this is, sorry, go ahead.
I think that the fact that I'm holding on hope to it, I can only imagine what the competitor in Tiger Woods believes about himself. But you got to get clean, you got to get healthy, you got to get rid of that pain. And unfortunately, the pain product producers in America don't give a shit of the side effects as long as the pain isn't fucking present.
Yeah, correct.
Sorry.
It's just like, and I guess another angle of this too is, because all respect to Tiger, right? He's a fucking man. But it's also, it kind of sucks watching this downturn, right? It kind of because there's, and again, this is not an original thought. I gleaned this from that pod I listened to earlier, but they were talking about think about a young golfer coming up who's in his early 20s and is all they really know of Tiger is the backslide or the downturn and not the real, I mean, I guess if they're a student of the game, they'll fucking know all the good shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I understand. Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. The tabloids do ring loud And in the last
Our tiger,
6 years,
our tiger is not a younger man's tiger.
Yes, that's true.
True, but I still think when you see how many, when you know the major count, and you realize how hard it is to win a single one of those things, I think you can kind of, okay, the guy was the man. I didn't get to witness it, but yeah, he was definitely the fucking man. But this is what happens to all aging athletes that are still hanging on. I think golf's just one of those weird ones where you can hang on through middle age and still be competitive, and
right.
It's an outlier of all the professional sports.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think Wes gave us a really good idea for the ultimate crossover on the senior tour. Daly, if Tiger's just going to be partying, Daly can be his mentor. Teach him how to do it right.
Good point.
Hey, Tiger, sit down.
Sponsored by Hooters.
Got some advice for you. Next coming up, Deontay Wilder, former heavyweight champion of the world. He's still an active boxer, but the last 4 or 5 fights have been kind of he's on Piers Morgan about a day or two ago. I'm going to share the screen, share the audio with you. We're going to listen to this, and then you guys can have a go. All right. I gotta unmute this.
D-Gen City.
I have the baby, she ejected my sperm in her and ran in the bathroom and locked the door, and that's how we had her.
Really?
Truth be told, she don't even know I know this.
Wow.
But I'm telling it on to the world.
How do you know that?
I'm smart. When we was having sex, when I came, I used to come on her stomach. I used to fold my towel nicely by the bed because I would want to wipe it off of her stomach.
That's a gentleman.
She chose that she wanted to have a baby by me because I was the best thing that ever came into her life. Most of her relationships only last for 2 months or whatever because she was a promiscuous woman. I didn't know it at the time. I only found out this thing by reading her journal. She didn't know that I read her journal either. So during that time, I did what I do. I had a good nut, and I nutted on her stomach. This time, I went and got the towel and tried to wipe it off, but she hit my hand so hard, I thought she hit my hand like a home run, like a baseball player do a baseball bat.
Oh, my God.
So she grabbed the nut. She grabbed the nut and planted it in her.
Ejected it into herself.
I think the number one part of the whole diatribe there that we should focus on is he didn't know beforehand that she was a promiscuous woman.
Yeah.
Beforehand, had no idea.
Yeah.
And who kept the journal?
Kudos to Piers Morgan
who's sneaking into the journals here.
Yeah. Kudos to Piers Morgan for remaining professional. He's like,
yeah. I will say that is the most professional interview that Piers Morgan. That was pure curiosity and don't fuck this up. I can only imagine his head shut the fuck up, Piers, because I've never heard Piers Morgan stay silent that long ever in his entire public career.
So I did what I did, and I had a good nut. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
It's the last year with a lot of the world conflicts going on. I feel like Piers has been getting yelled at a lot by his panel, so this was probably a very refreshing break for him.
Wow, though.
I also wondered if that is true. This was a refreshing break. If he had any wherewithal that was going to, for lack of a better term, come out of his mouth.
I bet he had no idea. I actually, I won't presume to know what Piers knows, but I have a feeling a producer told him who Deontay was.
Yeah, and we just got done talking about the delusional mind of the professional athlete, and, at least Tiger's just popping pills for himself. This guy is promiscuous. What?
Let's not forget about the Waffle House queen for Tiger. Yeah. He had promiscuous ladies all over the country.
Tiger had 16 mistresses while he was married to Elin, and they were all dime pieces. I looked them all up. I vetted it.
Even the Waffle House waitress?
Was she or not? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but listen, at least Tiger didn't have some fucking made up story about a fucking golf towel on on a nut-filled stomach. You know what I mean?
I grabbed the towel off the side of my golf bag.
The ball cleaner.
Because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, that's right. Tiger's like, and then I did what I do, and I got a nut right on her stomach.
All right.
It was lovely.
Right?
It was lovely. Lastly, coming up, Murr, you brought this up. CB Buckner, Major League Baseball umpire, who is now getting just absolutely blasted, not only by the ABS system, but just replays. Ole Rollie, are you familiar with what we're yip yapping about here?
I did my research today.
integrity,
Possibly now
like
the worst Buckner in baseball.
Yeah, and Murr, you had said he's basically just getting paid to watch baseball from the best seat in the house.
Exactly. Like, he's not even paying attention while he's out there. I mean, okay, it's one thing.
That was a no look, right? It was a no look.
On first base? Like, who even... Okay, why would you decide to make the decision? I know this is all contradictory, to decide to make a decision. Why would you decide that when they threw the ball to the first baseman, let him challenge that he didn't touch first base, rather than like force the team? You know what I mean? Like, then you're making them challenge your call rather than challenge the execution of the player. I mean, he wasn't watching the play. Homeboy obviously stomps. I don't think I've ever seen a fucking full foot from a baseball player make that much contact with a bag, really, ever. And
a little cha-cha on the bag.
And then to fucking call him out, like, why would you do that? Like what? I'm questioning his thought process on everything, because I get it. Calling balls and strikes is difficult. You know, some of the misses, you know, we're talking fractions of an inch. Okay, they've got the ability to challenge the balls and strikes now. So, you know, if you miss by, like, I saw one the other day, it was like 0.01 inches off of, like, that's a good call. You know, I mean, yes, you technically got it wrong, but the ABS system
the hitter is not, or whatever side is challenging that doesn't know. They're not like, oh, I saw that. They're just like, oh, well, that was close. I'm going to give it an old. I got a challenge left.
I think it's different. I think the batters have a really good idea what their strike zone is, and so they're really confident when they and the catchers. I think they. But I mean, if it's a fraction of an inch, or even an inch, or maybe even 2 inches, I'll give you. But like, dude got, like, I don't know how many ABS calls got over fucking turned on Buckner the other day. And you got to remember, too, that, you know, they lose the challenge if they miss the call. That means you missed the call so many times that they never lost their challenge. Like, that's how bad you were behind the plate. It's just, I don't know. At what point, though, does a union have the obligation to say, you cannot be a member anymore? You must move on with life. Good day, sir.
I think their contracts are pretty rock solid through the season. Unless super egregious. I know it was Angel Hernandez that had to, you know, he had to wait. We had to deal a season with him, and he was catastrophic. This was before ABS, so I don't know. You might get that clown shoes for a while.
I mean, we've seen whole ass NBA referees keep their careers through the gambling and betting scandals. I don't imagine it's, you know, and we've got in the last, I mean, not last several, but we've been seeing more and more egregious bad calls in the NFL. These guys don't get fired, right? These guys just, like, I don't know how their union works, but they are good.
Well, I mean, at least in the NBA's case, at least those guys knew what they were doing when they were missing the calls. Like, Buckner doesn't even, like, he's out there just, I mean, this is, I don't even know what the negligence. This is pure negligence on his part.
Malfeasance.
And for anybody who has any bicker or gripe about any of the replays or the challenge systems that have been put in place by baseball, well, no fucking shit they exist. The umpires union can blame themselves for what has occurred, The Orioles had the first walk-off ABS call the other day. Like, none of it. The game has not been ruined. We've been talking about this now for like 3 years. That every decision that Major League Baseball has made to update the game for the 21st century has been positive thus far. And I love it when I see a fucking challenge. Like, I want to get a better look. Because the replay is going to give me a better look anyway.
What they need to start doing is the crowd needs to start getting into it like tennis. Like now they can't because they've done away with the line judges. It's all done by the I don't remember what the name of the system is. But remember when they used to challenge, they'd be like,
yeah.
The crowd needs to start doing that.
And the ball strike challenge is so fast. I mean, it's not really taken away from the speed of the game at all.
As a fan, and I was there on opening day. The one thing that has changed is the fan attention span to knowing what's being challenged. Because the challenges that happened, I was like, which one? What are they challenging? I missed a called strike. Are they challenging a ball or a strike? Oh shit, I'm not paying attention. I gotta
lock in. Yeah, you gotta lock in.
I gotta stop lollygagging. I gotta stop pounding these IPAs. So,
especially if you're gonna finish the 999 challenge, right?
Oh God, actually, and we went on Saturday. God, such a contrast. Fucking Thursday was beautiful, 80 degrees. I had to break out a pair of shorts from the spring summer Fox collection, which is just basically bullshit shorts. But Saturday was like 40 degrees and windy. And, and the 999 challenge got brought up by a group of Twin and Oriole fans behind us. And so one of the guys said, I could do 2 of those. And they're like, what, 18?
Oh, my God.
Fuck yeah. And I was like, fuck, dude. We could retroactive do that right now. It's the 4th inning. I'll give you... We could do, let's see here.
The first 5 innings.
Yeah, it was fine, absolutely.
I'll give you $700 to make it happen. Sure,
that's right. I'll give you a mortgage payment just for jobs. I got to record. I'm a podcaster, very important in this area.
Yeah, we need
tens of listeners. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick. All right. What do you got?
Sorry, last 2 things about baseball. You're talking about opening day. We've got Rockies versus Phils tomorrow here in the Mile High. Only interested because we've got a big work thing tomorrow at one of our giant accounts. We've got a huge party. So we'll be down there in the mess. But you were talking about that bad weather. We've got 35, a low of 35, a high of 53, high wind warning, and possibly snow.
Nice.
Nothing says opening day like that.
A high wind warning, hopefully blowing out. So the low air and blowing out. 600-foot home runs, baby. Here we come. I don't know if it's going to be that cold. That cold, though, it's rough. I don't know. Unless they have the humidor
it's going to be. Last year was miserable and snowy. It'll be probably miserable and snowy and rainy this year, too.
Well, enjoy yourself. Was that the rocks? So was it 2 things? 1, you're going, and 2, it's going to be shitty weather?
No. The second thing was going to be the gentrification of the 999 challenge and how you gentlemen feel about it. Just real quick. So Aramark, they do concessions. You know, their first 2 businesses are college cafeterias and prison cafeterias, right? Aramark also does concessions for a lot of the major venues, sports stadiums. They have gentrified the 999 challenge this year. Mini hot dogs, 9 mini hot dogs that equal 4 regular hot dogs.
Boy.
They give you 1 24-ounce can of beer and 9 little plastic cups. So you're not getting. So you're getting you're getting the equivalent of 2 beers, right? 24-ounce beer, and then also they're charging $65 for it and saying that the box that it comes in is a collector's item. This thing's going to be covered in mustard. This thing's going to be covered in beer. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, you can't. No. What do you call that? I can't. No, you're right. It is the gentrification. Yeah, you gotta it's gotta be organic. It's gotta be a fucking minimum 12-ounce fucking beer. It's gotta be a full-size hot dog. Otherwise, what's the fucking challenge? If you make it so everyone can complete it, then it's not a challenge.
And it can't be sponsored by the ballpark or the organization.
Or the
It's
team.
gotta be,
Right.
It's got to be frowned upon. It's got to be frowned upon because no ballpark wants their fans drinking 9 beers.
The ushers have to be concerned.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
sir, you've been eating too much hot dogs. Too many.
Yeah. If it's not as risky as 6 a.m. at Wing Bowl, I don't want it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's terrible.
What? Wing Bowl wasn't terrible. Bite your tongue.
No,
I mean, risky. Oh, wait, me or him? Wing Bowl is awesome.
Him.
No, Wing Bowl's fine because Wing Bowl is Philadelphia and they love debauchery. Like taking the 999 challenge is a stadium should be legitimately concerned about the welfare of the fans attempting the challenge. They shouldn't be like getting behind it and monetizing it with a fucking collector's cup.
Correct.
Yeah. See, I don't know if Joey Chestnut is a drinker, but I got to think that guy.
I think
could
he's
do like
one of the
24,
spokespersons
24.
for this thing.
For the night. Okay. I mean, that's like cheating.
We'll have to Google
the
it.
cheat code is wondering if he can drink.
Yeah, but I don't think it matters if you can or not because, I mean, with the abilities that man has, he could do the 999 challenge in about 9 minutes of the fucking first inning any which way. And yes, he might be boozed up, but he could just gulp down 9 cups, shove down 9 hot dogs is nothing for that guy.
Yeah.
It's over.
We've seen that in the first leg of the fucking Nathan hot dog eating challenge, which Murr has also said Chestnut's got to be on some sort of like Mount Rushmore. It's got Tiger, Bo Jackson, Chestnut, and
It's an interesting Mount Rushmore. I could justify all of those though.
Do you think we could get press passes as a podcast for the Nathan's hot dog eating challenge? Just an idea.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's a low bar. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I have been with organizations that are far less than credible that have gotten press passes to things.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that hard. If you
No.
if you push my buttons, I will give it a go. What we got 3 months, and it's on a Saturday.
I worked in very, very low mid-market radio, and basically, if you sent the email, you got the press pass.
You got the laminate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you had to laminate it yourself, but you got the pass.
Put some saran wrap around it.
Yeah. Print this out. Put it in something. That's your press pass.
Wait, so why do you ask? Just because you think that that's where we need to be?
I think a live remote could be fun.
I guess. I don't know.
Just brainstorming.
Bunch of sweaty Atlantic City motherfuckers, or
I'm just saying,
Coney
3
Island.
independent journalists like us. Where could we get in?
Yeah, that's right. Where can we make our mark, our skid mark in the game, if you will?
We just got to trade up like a couple regional events. We start at the hot dog thing. We go to Puxatawny Phil, seeing his shadow or not. Maybe the State Fair in Timonium. And then next thing you know, we're on Radio Row next Super Bowl.
Yeah. See, and Murr is like, first of all, the Puxatawny thing plucks a few heartstrings with Andrew because PETA has been trying desperately to stop this.
Yeah.
Wait, still?
Yeah, they want to flip a big coin or some shit. I don't know. Like, and my whole thing is like this groundhog lives the best life of probably any living creature in North America. Like, you ever see a groundhog get his fucking like fur combed by a fucking golden fucking brush? No, it doesn't happen. The guy probably gets fucking like walnuts hand fed to him. Fuck you, PETA. This is what you want for every animal. The life of Puxatawny Phil. How dare you?
True.
How dare you steal that away from him?
And if we get there, someone dresses up as Phil from Bill Murray. Someone dresses up as Ned Ryerson. And
I was going to dress up as the groundhog.
I was going to say you'd be Chris O'Donnell.
Oh, well, I was going to say I'll be the groundhog because I'm small enough for you guys to like lift above your heads.
Mm-hmm. We better get going before the weather catches up with us. All right, we are going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Fun Fact Friday. Stick around.
Look, we're entitled to our opinions, even if we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. The middle class holes. All right, folks, it's officially time for 5 fun facts for you fuckers on a Friday. And tonight's Fun Fact Friday has everything to do with space. We are going back to space. The Artemis 2 rocket just took off, 2 days ago now. So the astronauts are about halfway to the moon. And I was hoping, I've seen the TikTok comments. Flat Earthers are not convinced just yet. So hopefully there's some 4K cameras aboard the old Artemis. And we'll get some pictures that may or may not be convinced. I'm just saying, if you can convince... I'm trying to think of the proper percentage of flat earthers that just, if you could steal 1 or 2 of them away, did we win? Is it worth it?
1 or 2 total, or 1 or 2%?
1 or 2%. How many do you
Still
think
no.
there are?
Around the world?
100,000?
I want to
It's
know.
Every village idiot. I feel like we did this. Every village idiot is now connected by the internet.
Yeah.
And they are their own echo chamber. So pick every municipality.
Okay.
One guy.
Okay. And one person in every municipality across the world? Or just the United States?
Let's just go with the United States.
No, the United States, 100,000.
Okay. Still a big number in my opinion. I don't know, man.
That's a big town.
Because I don't think that I don't think that people around the world hold this theory. I'd like to see if this is a very truly North American, mainly American, concept of the flat Earth.
I think if you go to do some sort of polling in Sydney, Australia, I think you're going to find a few.
Okay.
I've looked at it. I've looked at the data. I've seen it. I've looked at my telescope.
Yes.
That's the worst.
I've made a couple of yik-yaks and a couple of chunk-chonks, and it's flat.
A couple chunk-chonks.
Chunk-chonks.
Buddy.
That's the best part of that whole accent right there. Hi, mate. Couple chunk-chonks. Right,
That's a scientific term to the old grooves
but
there.
I gotta say, all of the flat earthers that I see, expounding their, flat earth knowledge online, they tend to all have just straight up United States accents. And by the way, not a lot of Southern accents, so there goes that stereotype.
That's something I'm willing to do some research on for a future segment, is the percentage of people who dabble in conspiracy theories, how centralized they are to North America versus the rest of the world. I feel like, other people got bigger problems to worry about.
Yeah, I feel like people...
We had one on. We had an author.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 9/11 conspiracy theorist. We had him on.
From not America?
No, he's definitely from America.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't want to hear an English 9/11 conspiracy theorist. No way. I got to be homegrown.
It's a good point. I haven't heard a whole lot of British accents, expounding the firmament. I haven't heard a lot of Aussie accents, talking about the ice wall. I haven't seen it. I have a feeling there's a lot of third world countrymen that if you explain to them the accomplishment of rocketry, they're just amazed by the concept and not questioning the roundness of the Earth.
Also, there's a lot of people who are just trying to get through the day that are I don't have the time, or the capacity to even think about this.
They've accepted how inconsequential they are, and they're at peace with it.
I have. Speck of dust traveling through space for not even a blink of an eye. I'm not going to spend my time trying to prove the Earth is flat.
It's quite relieving.
I'm going to enjoy this round Earth.
It's a breath of fresh air. Yeah, I'm a nobody. Whew, man, wow.
That means you're everybody, buddy.
Well, let's get to it. 5 fun facts for you on a Friday. Brought to you, of course, by our many sponsors. We'll start with the Cuckster. Make sure you check out the Cuckster on both TikTok and Instagram. It's Cuckster for life. That's Cuckster for life on TikTok and Instagram. And, of course, one of our lifelong sponsors here at the Middle Class Souls, Flat Earth Science, advocates for truth. Go see them now. Very apropos to the Fun Fact Friday I'm about to present to you. Starting with this, did you know Space Shuttle crews secretly carried odd mementos? Over 30 years of flights, shuttles ferried unusual items like the home plate from Shea Stadium, a Star Wars lifesaver, saber, and even rocks from Mount Everest. These personal payloads boosted morale and public engagement. Astronauts also received custom wake-up songs from Mission Control each morning, a tradition dating back to the, it is pronounced, Jiminy missions. It was a great way to start their day. What song would you wake up to? Go ahead. What?
Like people, like Houston, and like everybody in the Mission Control room just starts singing?
No, I think they actually played music.
Oh,
we had that technology.
Wasn't it karaoke? Yeah.
That was,
right, everyone starts
Bob
singing
from Telemetry was also had a beautiful voice.
I mean, for me, my personal wake-up song, if I'm in space, is definitely going to be Wham! Wake me up before you go.
Yeah, that's good.
It's kind of got a nice little like bassy kind of undertone to like get you like, what was that? Do the jitterbug, huh? You put the boom boom into my heart, yeah, and then you're fucking, oh man, you rubbing your nipples in your fucking spacesuit, ready to fucking rock the day.
Do a moon montage.
It's a classic made by George Michaels. By the way,
Sports Machine.
I think I would go with the Real American by the Cuckster, Hulk Hogan. I am a real American.
Yeah, it's got a good okay. But man, it kicks in though, dude.
Well, that's how I work. That's how I operate.
That's. I mean, you're right. It starts out a little slow, like what was that, and then bam, bam, bam. Like Jesus Christ, it's a little abrasive, but I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I can't do gentle wake ups. I can't do that like circadian sun alarm or the gentle rising phone thing. Rammstein, du hast. Because we're in space.
It's got that kind of synth. It's got a little something to get you going. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, get us in a low Earth orbit.
we might be double dipping. I brought this up on a podcast 2 weeks ago. Murr, is it okay if I just?
Yeah.
Because McKinney has a perspective on this, and the story is that the police raided the fraternity house. They were looking for drugs. They found a little bit of shake, and they completely ignored the fact that there was a pledge with mustard-stained white T-shirt running in place in front of a grown man sitting on a fold-out chair smoking a blunt to Du hast. Like, they didn't even ask what they were doing down there. What is this? Like, oh, this is normal. Yeah, cool. We're looking for drugs, though.
Boys being boys.
That's right.
You know, you almost make a great case for legalizing or at least rescheduling some of these drugs, because it's like the cops completely overlooked the kidnapping
borderline borderline human trafficking.
Yes, because they were so concerned about a Schedule 1 drug that should not be scheduled under 1, 2, or 3. You know?
Yeah.
And probably had mad stems and seeds.
That's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, well, I do like the Shea Stadium home plate. That's how the hell they organize that. That's wild.
No, I mean,
how do you stuff that in your spacesuit?
I know it's cool. Don't take me wrong. I think the lightsaber is cooler than the Shea Stadium thing, because it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like when Captain Kirk went to space. Like that was cool. It's something that belongs in space from a fantasy realm.
You're mixing up Star Trek and Star Wars. You're going to get bashed here.
I'm saying
He's
William
talking about the Katy Perry flight.
I'm talking about William Shatner getting into space is apropos because how many people wanted to be fucking Captain Kirk? It's a thing. Star Wars took place in space. You should go to space. Are you raising your hand? Why are you doing that? What do you want to say?
You were saying,
I also wanted to be James Tiberius Kirk.
Oh, okay. Well, exactly my point. It's like you put that person in space, and then you kind of complete the circle. You put a lightsaber in space. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're a Mets fan, putting home plate in space is cool. But why? What fucking dickface took like rocks from Mount Everest? Like, oh, it's so close to space. I just wanted to complete its journey for him. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. All we brought back from the moon is rocks. We got enough up there.
Speaking of which, did you know moon rocks from the Apollo missions are older than the oldest known Earth rocks? Samples returned by Apollo astronauts, particularly those from Apollo 16, date back to about 4.5 billion years, older than any terrestrial rocks found on Earth so far. Right?
I did know that.
Yeah. All right.
What are we going to do with that then?
I don't know. I have
what
no
are we
idea.
going to sell? What jewels are we going to make?
Oh, okay. That's where you're going with this. No, but it just shows that, like, you know, there's a theory that the moon was a different celestial object that smashed into the Earth itself. But if that's the case, shouldn't there have been some sort of, like, panspermia kind of mixture going on? So shouldn't we find some, like, moon rock on Earth and Earth rock on moon?
It's in the ocean.
Oh. It's not a bad thought.
On. It's in the ocean. On. Make sure you caught that.
Good, well done. All right. Let's see. All right,
Just
moving
hanging out
on.
with you Maryland boys.
Did you know NASA once flew modified Coca-Cola and Pepsi cans on the space shuttle to test space sodas? During the STS-51F mission aboard the Challenger in 1985, before the little mishap, maybe they shook the Challenger up a little too much. Specially designed cans of the two sodas were carried into orbit as a publicity and science experiment. The goal was to see how carbonated drinks behaved in microgravity, but the dispensers did not work perfectly, and the beverages tended to over-foam when dispensed.
I think you're onto something, Murr.
What's
A
that?
little of that foam, the little bit of that foam got in the control panel.
Blew out the O-ring.
Hey, see, Andrew's old enough to remember
Yeah.
the disaster. They wheeled the television in.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I was in first grade. I've told this story a couple times on here now. Yeah, they wheeled in the metal wood grain panel looking fucking TV. As soon as it exploded, they rolled it out, and we went right back to doing what we were doing. And we were like, "Huh? What happened? What happened?" It took about a decade for the tragedy to truly set in. After learning about a science teacher in space for like an entire year, it's like, nope, it's over. Didn't happen. See you later. Toodaloo.
Well,
your math teacher was like, "Well, their parachutes came out and they lived. Everyone's good. We're fine."
there are some who say that is what happened.
What, they lived?
That they swapped the astronauts out at the last minute, and somebody did these like photos of people who look like the astronauts, and they're like,
Oh, yeah.
there's this person, and they work adjacent to NASA, and then this person, and it's like 2 letters off of their real name, and they work at like JPL, and it's like, isn't that weird? And it's like, I don't know. We get to a point where like every human, there's like 6 archetypes of different people. Right, and it's like, oh, that person kind of looks like that person. Especially in Maryland, right?
Right.
I have seen that.
1986 videography. I'm sure it was.
But
crystal clear.
What's the ends to that mean, though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, every conspiracy, like, okay, conspiracy theorists of 9/11, I don't believe any of their horse shit, but, well, we wanted to go back. We wanted to bomb. We needed an excuse for war. So I get why the conspiracy exists. But I don't get why the conspiracy of blowing up a fucking teacher in space, like, I'm
right there with you. I don't know much about that, except that like I've seen those pictures of these are them now. It's like, what's the end goal to have one of the rockets blow up and not complete its mission, right?
Yeah, because if it was the shell of the shuttle program, then not mission accomplished, because they still flew well into the 2000s because Columbia was like 2003. So
Right.
yeah, all right.
No,
Well-
listen. The problem is when you get them to try to piece their conspiracy together.
Oh, it falls apart.
That's where it's like, no, I don't have to explain that. What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh no, that's the do your research people. Like,
Well-
I'll tell you, but like you just got to find out on your own.
Well, NASA just got cocky and they hit the firmament, and that's why it exploded. I mean,
That's right.
it hit the glass dome.
They hit the Pepsi mint.
That's right.
It's all Pepsi up here. Always has been.
It's some sort of weird fructose corn syrup. It's floating around.
Did you know Apollo 10's lunar module came incredibly close to an accident landing on the moon? Often called the dress rehearsal for Apollo 11, Apollo 10's crew took the lunar module named Snoopy down within 50,000 feet of the lunar surface in 1969. During the test, the module began spinning wildly due to a switch error nearly causing a crash. The crew regained control just in time. But the more fascinating story, and I know this and it's not in the fact, NASA purposefully did not put enough fuel on the landing module because they were afraid that those fucking yahoos that were test pilots back in the 60s were going to fucking say, fuck it, we're landing anyway because we're already here.
I thought for a second you were going to say the wake up song was The Twist. And let's do the twist and fucked everything up. But no, damn, so NASA was checking fighter pilots who had turned astronauts.
Yeah.
these wahoos. Interesting. That's the fact.
Yeah, that's the fact. It's not that they almost fucking wrecked the goddamn thing. It's that NASA was afraid that they were going to be like, fucking 11? Let's do this at 10, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like just imagine like a whole team of just it's Maverick. Nobody's Iceman. It's all Maverick on your team.
Yes.
That was those guys.
That's right. I'm Captain John. I flew 44 fucking missions in Vietnam. You guys supposed to tell me I can't do it? I'm ready. I'm prepared.
Korea.
Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's roll.
And by the way, I think in order to make up for, because you got to remember they do everything to like all specifications. I think they had to add extra weight to the module to like simulate the fuel. So they purposefully made sure that they didn't give these guys the option of landing because they wouldn't have been able to take back off. They wouldn't have had enough fuel to do it. Which is why I also think with this Artemis 2 mission that's going around, they're allowing them to become the humans that have flown the furthest into deep space because they're going to make a really wide orbit around the moon, further out than anybody's ever gone. Because otherwise, they might get some fucking delusions of grandeur.
Right, like because and I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I turn into a little child anytime NASA does anything. I love space exploration, the concept, the idea, the reality, the sci-fi. I love it all. But like I was a little like I was reading up on Artemis, as the weeks and months went on, and it was like because it sounds great. Like the headline is "We're going back to the moon," and then it's like we're gonna slingshot 6,000 miles away, but we'll be by the moon.
Yeah, what's the problem?
I just don't say we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon in maybe 5 more years. We'll be on the moon.
28. We're going back 28. That's when we're landing.
They changed that one. That one's going to be they're trying to get the Orion to meet up with the shuttle. So then they take the Orion down to the lunar surface. So the one in 28 is going to be making the Orion and the shuttle kiss.
Wow. Well,
Or
I've
a
heard...
space dock.
Either way, from what I understand, the Chinese want to set up a base, and that's why we're doing this. So we're back into a space race. Apparently, there's a very specific spot on the south pole of the moon that gets sun like all times of the year, and so yeah, we want to claim that before they claim it, and that's why we're really pushing this fucking thing to go forward. I already heard some guy. We're gonna make basically the south pole of the moon a junkyard over the next several years because we're just gonna toss shit there to build with. And
yeah, call fives on your seat. Left my drink there. 5s.
100%. I mean, to what end? I don't know, but this brings me to my last fact here. And finally, did you know when Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin returned to the lunar module after their historic moonwalk, the lunar dust had clung to their suits and their boots. When they removed their helmets in the cabin, they noticed a strong, distinctive odor resembling spent gunpowder, which proves that the moon is America.
God damn it. God damn it.
There's no explanation. There's no explanation because there's no chemical compounds apparently on the moon that resemble anything on Earth. And so the fact that it smells like gunpowder, basically what, burnt sulfur and charcoal.
Moon farts.
Yeah. But the fact that it smells like gunpowder is the most goddamned American thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. And that, my friends, is your Fun Fact Friday.
Do you guys have what's your favorite space movie?
Oh, man.
Does it have to be realistic, or could it be sci-fi, or what do you want?
Sci-fi's fine. Well, I mean, like that Star Trek. I mean, something about us going to the moon, or not necessarily the moon, but going into space.
That narrows it down pretty hard.
That's Apollo 13. There you go. Bow walla. But it's I think you could put like Interstellar in there.
I mean, talk about like realistic, like science fiction, but still sort of realistic. Us going to space and venturing through space.
Yeah,
is that what you're kind of getting at?
Yes.
Since I'm already talking, do you mind? Brad Pitt movie. I feel like kind of slept on. Ad Astra.
Yeah,
have you ever seen it?
I have, and it's not my favorite, but I do like that movie. That's where
it's slow. It's a slow burn. But it is shot beautifully. It's like just even like watching it, right? Like I don't smoke things, even though I live in Denver. But if I did, I'd just sit there and watch Ad Astra. It's like the cinematography in that movie is.
See, they're trying to return, right? That's the whole premise from Mars.
They're trying to get Tommy Lee Jones. Well, they go to Mars to go further. Because Tommy Lee Jones, who's Brad Pitt's dad, was leading an expedition to go all the way out past Pluto.
Who he thought he was dead. And apparently,
everybody, yes, they thought he was dead, but he was kind of losing it out there. And the whole thing was like, was he losing it, or did he really like see something out there? But he killed his crew, and Brad Pitt had to go get him.
I mean, spoiler alert. I've never seen it, so now I don't need to.
No, now I make you want to see it.
No, I think I got it. I mean, look, Maria, and because Maria loves it so much, anytime it's on, I do like The Martian with Matt Damon. I mean, because it does kind of show you like human ingenuity, a pressure situation and not crumbling under it. Really just, what would it be like if you were fucking alone in this fucking environment and you had to make the best of it? I do want to pull a cheat code though. I do think the Star Trek movies are, because technically they are us.
Especially in like generations.
No, my favorite Star Trek movie is the fucking the reboot. One of the reboots. I mean, Wrath of Khan's amazing, but that's just all like personal vendetta shit. But the reboot, the first reboot movie is fucking amazing. Go back and watch that motherfucker. I mean, I know it has nothing to do with reality, but
are you talking about the guy who did Lost? That reboot? You're not talking about The Next Generation?
Yes, I'm talking about J.J. Abrams doing it with Chris Pine, where they actually blend the two generations together, separate timelines, same lifespan.
Leonard Nimoy before he died.
Yes, it just fucking works. But no, I think The Martian is it's an inspirational movie. It's like there's a lot of humanity involved with the science of the film. It's like, how can our greatest attribute as humans is our will to survive, because life is not always glorious, but like trying to come out the other side intact, it just seems to be an innate human fucking instinct.
The Martian is an excellent film, and one of my favorite scenes from that movie was when he finally gets on board. They give him shit about stinking. Man, whoa, you are ripe. He's like, I know. Haven't showered.
Isn't that the same guy? Oh, sorry. I was going to say the same guy everybody's going nuts about Project Hail Mary. Same writer of the books.
Yes,
who wrote The Martian.
I'm going to go see that as soon as I fucking can. We had a mishap. We had a medical emergency with the wife that had to be taken. It was a tooth, so it wasn't that big a deal. But it was like we were gonna go see it, and then she's like, "I got to go to the dentist." I'm like, "Motherfucker!" So yeah. Anyway,
everybody I've talked to that's seen it said, "Run to the theater to see it."
Yeah.
Project what now?
Project
Hail Mary. Ryan Gosling, apparently a Rocky alien. Yeah.
Gotcha.
What was your answer?
Well, what? Okay. I was going to say an underrated one. What's the one where? Shit. It's where they have that creature that ends up growing in space.
Leprechaun in space.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Part 2, Groot.
No, it's hold on, never mind. Well, first of all,
Fifth Element.
No, not Fifth Element. Oh, that's a good movie though. I'm an Interstellar guy. I think just like the way that movie's constructed, the give and take, the disparity of like just watching your kids grow via a fucking a satellite image 21 years later, just them fucking up and figuring it out, and McConaughey kind of using his cowboy. I'm from Texas. We're gonna slingshot around this goddamn this black hole. It's a good movie. I'm gonna look this up.
Well, that and the concept of time, like, and that kind of what I said about The Martian is like the human instinct to survive by any means necessary. Is like, look, everyone you know and love is going to be dead by the time you come back. Of course, they made the Hollywood ending of where he has one last chance to say goodbye, but like giving up all of that for the species to continue, like the selflessness of that is just yeah. And there's a lot of weird philosophical concepts that I enjoy in there as well.
By the way, it's
also,
Life is the movie I was talking about earlier.
We got Nolan was so dedicated to making like the science realistic that he had a physicist, rocket scientist, mathematician on staff because he wanted like all the concepts, all the science, he wanted as real as possible. And that black hole scene where you're seeing like the corona of the event horizon and all that, and you're seeing like space and time curve, that ended up like the dude did all the calculations, and then a couple years later when they got that really high quality image of a black hole, they're like, holy shit, he was right.
Yep, it's exactly what it looked like. Yeah, the conceptual image that's in Interstellar ends up being what they finally actually find through NASA satellites, through the James Webb Telescope. It's fucking amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
By the way, what I was saying was Life with Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Not familiar with that? Okay.
No. Slightly.
I'm
fine. Good. Before you go, we got a real barn burner for you coming from the New York Post. If you've ever been to a Burger King and you've had a less than stellar Interstellar customer satisfaction experience, you can call the president directly. That's right. Tom Curtis directly shared his personal basically you can call this guy. The brand that Curtis will personally make his daily calls as he can. Every message. Sorry, I'm reading randomly through the middle of this. By the way, I'm going to give this out. 305-847-0520. That's on the website. You can call the president of Burger King if you are unsatisfied with your customer service experience. What do you guys think about this?
I've been in a close call or two with my chicken fries before, so I'm really glad I got that guy's number.
Yeah, that's. By the way, before I forget, we were in Nowheresville, New Jersey, headed to New York, and there was someone on a mic via like one of those like pull out mics, like I'm getting the order right now. and Derek ordered chicken fries. He's like, "Yeah, chicken fries." And then Jimmy ordered
Where chicken fries is from?
buffalo chicken fries. Like, "Yeah, buffalo chicken fries." I ordered a Whopper. Whopper.
It's one of the famous Derek Kilby quote.
Chicken fries.
Guys are idiots. It's just that my problem with it is that like my cockles instantly go like bullshit, like
Right.
maybe I'll call a couple of people back, and those couple people like, since I called you back, would you mind making a TikTok video about me calling you back? Would you mind recording me on your cell phone and posting this on? It's just such a big corporation that, like, I'd like to think that this was like a real, like, I give a shit about my company, but it just, anytime they do this, it's too publicity stunty for me to really, I don't know, to really care too much about.
This has a Santa Claus effect to me.
How so? What do you mean?
Is Santa Claus reading all the wish lists of
yes.
everything?
Yeah.
Was this guy answering every bad experience from every like, man, you didn't. Well, I took a massive dump in your bathroom, and you have one ply. You stock it with one ply. What kind of corporation are you? I'm a 2-ply person. All right.
Well,
I had to go out to my RV and get snotty rags to wipe my BB.
PB.
It's okay. I feel like this is one proving that people on the C-suite level really don't have a lot to do in their day. So I'm sure this guy has time to field some calls. I'm not sure he's, testing the forefront of burger innovation every day. And
Dave Thomas, if you will. Sorry.
They don't cut corners. I read the article that you had sent over, and it said he's going to try, and this is a real, like, sales guy for life. 10 calls a day is a real small ask from your intern all the way up to the CEO. So if he can't answer 10 calls a day.
I mean, you're
better off being a flat earther.
Yeah.
If you can field 10 calls a day from bad customer service experience at a Burger King anywhere in the United States. Anyway.
I mean, the only call that I would want to make is that the Burger King that I end up having to go to is like, I feel like your employees should have more teeth than slices of bacon on your fucking Baconator. Like, sorry. There's just something unappetizing. Oh, well, then there you go. Now, the one that I don't go there anymore because there's a lot of things they can't do. I'll just say that.
I don't know.
No, just take your orders. One of them is the problem.
I want the fall off to be studied because, like, when we were kids, Burger King was good, right? Mm-hmm. Burger King was like a treat. Like a Whopper was good. And then one day, it was just like, oh, what happened?
Well, again, it's location specific because there's a McDonald's, in our neck of the woods. Actually, you probably know where it is. It's like if you're headed through Glasgow and you're getting ready to get onto
He's familiar with this.
Okay,
totally.
yeah. The Glasgow McDonald's is like a 5-star McDonald's. If you go in there, you're gonna get. They're probably wearing a fucking paper hat with a McDonald's emblem on the side. That's like, hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. They fucking take your order perfectly. The fucking cheese comes out perfectly staggered on a fucking double quarter pounder. It's beautiful. Then, if you go to the one 5 miles down the road, it's like, yeah, what you want? Huh? Hold on. And then they're going to fucking leave, smoke a joint, come back, forgot they took half your order. What'd you want? Oh, shit. My bad. What's up? Huh? So it's like, it's location specific. You can still get a perfect fucking Burger King Whopper. It just depends on the fucking Burger King you go to. It's not uniform.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say Burger King has always had superior mayonnaise. Something about the mayonnaise that they put on those fucking burgers. It's always made my little pluck my little heartstrings.
Oh, that's the cholesterol.
Yeah. Yes. It's kicking in.
All right. That is all the time we have for tonight, folks. You can check us out on all your social media platforms at The Middle Class Holes, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. You can email us at tickleourtummies@gmail.com. Murr, am I leaving anything out on the social media
I think you
platform?
nailed all of it, buddy boy.
Woo-hoo. All right. We'll be back next week with Austin Lewis from Bay Life Brokerage. More to come from The Middle Class Holes. Take it easy.
Stage, I'm gonna sell you